Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 3 of our local to global challenge with LLW, Lariat League Wrestling. And this is our third show of the series. For all of you keen-eyed people out there, you'll see that we're actually at LLW, not LLW Live. That's because the loss of money in the first month scared me a little bit. So I went down to one show, but thinking about it, we probably do need those 2 shows if we want to get to popularity, if we want to increase our popularity quicker. So I think post this, we're going to go back to 2 shows a month. But I'm going to be a little bit smarter with who I use. So I noticed in the first show, we lost a lot of money. More than I thought we would. And I had a look, and that's because I used a lot of talent from Scotland, Ireland, places like that, when, you know, we really don't need to use them just yet. So I've created a little spreadsheet for myself, and I've just like highlighted those that we need to pay for travel and those that we don't need to pay for travel. And basically, until our money situation gets a little bit better or our popularity jumps up, we're only going to be using those that we do not need to pay for travel. So this is a Southern England / Midlands only event. I've even had William Regal be the road agent for everyone, so Martin Kirby's not getting anything today. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this. And I think the aim of this episode, because these shows are so short, is I'm just going to keep booking episodes and showing you guys whatever happens in between until we gain some popularity, because we had 2 great shows in the last episode and we haven't gone up in popularity yet, which is annoying. So yeah, let's just head straight in. Opening match, we've got new signing Laura James taking on Shakara. So in about the had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Shakara defeats Laura James in 17:52 with the Widow's Peak. 29 rated match. You know, what are you going to do? Laura James is a little bit doggy. Shakara is actually quite good. So the bout dragged, but then it was also too short. So how long are these matches supposed to be? I might have to take a look at our product and see if I can get rid of this thing, because I don't have anyone that can really do 20 plus matches. But yeah, 29 rated, fair enough. Following that, we've got another new signing, Gursinder Singh, lovely little local lad, in a 21 rated match, and he defeats Levi Muir in 15:18 with the rolling crossface. Again, match was a little too short for an important match, but these aren't important matches. I mean, they are compared to our popularity, I guess, but yeah. Gursinder got a 33, Levi with a 17. My goodness. They didn't click at all, so that's fair enough. Following this, I had to sneak him in. William Regal, he doesn't cost any money, so we might as well use him where we can. And he's introduces our new signing, Roy Johnson, wavy Roy Johnson, someone who I'm familiar with on the independent scene. 71, nice, and he got an initial rating of great. So let's see how Roy Johnson does in our main event. So in about that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Ashton Smith, who I think is really good, defeats Roy Johnson in 22 minutes with the dive catch GTS. That sounds like a cool move. So I'm assuming that's a go to sleep. So a dive catch. So I'm assuming Roy Johnson has dived off the top rope, or dove off the top rope. Is that the right terminology? Or springboard or something. Ashton's caught him and then go to sleep. And he was visibly tiring towards the end. Yeah, because stamina is a real issue with us and our product. So I might have to tweak the product. I don't know how much in effect it comes to. But yeah, that is the end of this one. Super quick. I think we can bust quite a few shows out in one episode. So I think I'm going to do that, just so that we can see some progress, because there's no point in being like, here's one show, here's another show. We haven't gained in popularity, but we've gained in popularity. Well, it says our show increased our popularity, but it doesn't mean that we've gained an entire number. So let's just make a speech. I want to keep Ashton happy because I really like him. Who else? Shakara as well. I want to keep her happy. And you know what? Gursinder did really well, to be fair. So let's, good example, good example, good example. Boom. Pleased, pleased, pleased. Lovely. So I'm going to jump back into the show now. or jump back into the main office, see if there's anything worth talking about. If not, I will see you guys at LLW Live in about 2 weeks. But for you guys, it'll be about 2 seconds. See you there. Okay, so I thought I'd just quickly jump back in here in between the shows just to show that we have gone up just in popularity. We are now 11 in southern England. So it seems to be that every 3 shows we gain a number in popularity, providing we do above 11. So just tracking our progress, we've gone from 10 to 11. And what do we need to get to the next one? 17. Oh, for some reason in my head I had it as 15. Oh shit. Okay, so every 3 shows we go up in popularity roughly. So we got 6 more points to make up. 6 times 3, 18. So we need to do 18 more shows to get to Tiny. Is that right? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's just get on it, I guess. I'll see you guys at LLW Live. And here we are for LLW Live. The event is back after its 1 month hiatus. I think at the moment our budget is, we're like £8. That's what we've got. So I think month on month we're probably going to jump between a little bit of money, no money, a little bit of money, no money. And hopefully as our popularity slowly increases, it will be a little bit more money, no money, a little bit more money, no money. So yeah, and I'm just gonna rinse the hell out of William Regal just to get the pop boost. And I think once we're into Tiny, Regal will start to take more of a backseat, unless there's any like major announcements or things we want to work on. Also, once we get to Tiny, I think I might start looking at the product and turning it into maybe the 3-ring circus. That's what AEW currently use, so it's kind of a good mixture of everything. But that does mean storylines will have to come into play. So yeah, at the moment I'm just putting on matches that get me pop. So yeah, William Regal opens the show, just gives us a quick rundown of the 3 matches we're going to see tonight. 81, awesome, I'll take that. We open with the women's match. It is Jade versus Laura James. This didn't get a important match, blah 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 blah, which is interesting. So maybe one of these people aren't very important. But Jade was visibly tiring towards the end, with a 23. Laura James with a 24. Bloody hell, Jade, come on. 25 overall. Yeah, fair enough. The next match, 29. Oh, I thought it would be more than this. Not gonna lie. Kenny Williams has got okay stats, and James Castle I just hired. He's got crazy good stamina, but I'm guessing he's not very good everywhere else. Let's look at the dirt sheet. Penalised. Wow. Okay. Unable to use spinal impact and high risk. Oh, okay, so I ticked that since we got that injury because I didn't want that to more happen. But looks like they're being penalised for not being able to use it. So we're gonna have to untick that. So yeah. Kenny Williams gets the win, defeats James Castle 29. So I'm guessing the next match isn't going to be good either because of what I've ticked. Yeah, 35. Whereas this probably would have been a lot better. But decent reaction from the crowd. Ashton Smith, our local hero. I think he's someone that I am definitely going to start pushing. I'm just going to put him on a mad undefeated run to hopefully just increase his popularity too. But yeah, he defeats Joseph Connors, who makes his debut with us in 26 minutes with the dive catch GTS, that classic move. Ashton with a 43, Joseph with a 37. Crazy gimmick, got a paw. Sorry, mate. And again, yeah, spinal impact, high risk. Yeah, that's going to affect it massively. Hopefully, Regal's thing increased our popularity. Cool, 37. I mean, to be fair, as long as we're above 11, that's all that really matters. But I read into it, and I think if your show is 5 points above, then it gives you a boost. But if you're like 10 to like 20 points above or more, you get like an added boost. So yeah, we want to keep our shows at least 21 and higher. So this is a win for me. I'm going to stop making speeches because they don't need to be made. And it's annoying that these are events because I really would, or I'd rather these just be TV shows. But we can't do that unless we have a TV deal. Something that we will hopefully get to in the near future. But that is this one done. I doubt anything exciting is going to happen between now and then. I'm not planning on signing anyone new. I'll change the product slightly to allow spinal impact moves again. And yeah, 101 people though. We're slowly getting higher. Stratford Circus seems to be our home for now because it just perfectly fits everyone we need. Yeah, cool. I'll see you guys at LLW in London. I'm basically just going to keep going with this episode until we see some kind of significant increase. So, yeah, cool. All right. See you guys in a sec. Yo, and we are back. Simming all those days in between, like 2 weeks of just nothing is dull. But we are back. LLW in London. Our audience are slowly going up and up. So we're at 104 now in Stratford Circus, which seems to just be our hometown now. We've pitched a tent outside. I actually went into our roster and asked every single person who doesn't live in southern England or the Midlands, because those are the two areas where we don't have to cover travel costs, if they would move closer to where we're based, and every single one of them said no. Also, I don't know if this is factored in or not, but William Regal was based in USA. So I went to talk to worker, and because I am William Regal, there's an option that says I want to move closer to LLW, which I've done. So now I'm based in London too. I don't know if that's going to affect travel costs or anything, but you might as well do it. But yeah, here we are with our opening match. We've got 3 matches tonight. Kenny Williams continues his winning streak against Jack Stars in 20 minutes with the swinging DDT. Jack Stars, a new face, a new local face. I think he cost me £20 a match, or a show. So arrogant heel, and it got great. So the bout dragged in the middle. I think that's just because psychology is low. 34, can't complain. Jack Stars over 40, Kenny over 39 though. I always thought Kenny Williams would be quite good because I think it's just because I recognise the name. Doesn't necessarily mean he's good. But he gets the win either way. Following this, we have got Morgan Webster. He is back. And these two do not click at all. So that is interesting. Morgan Webster, who put in a 60-something performance in our opening match of the series. I think that was with Ashton Smith, who I'm, pushing to be my star. Seeing as though we can't use Grado or Stevie Boy, because I really like Stevie Boy. Morgan Webster gets the win in 18 minutes with a 450 splash against the new face, Robert Sharp from the Midlands. Cocky gimmick, adequate, call Robert Sharp 27, Morgan Webster 44. Morgan Webster's someone that will probably use more, but I think he's on the more expensive side, so sparingly. But he got the win. These guys don't click at all, so they will never wrestle again. 36, that's fine. We then got a segment where William Regal calls out Ashton Smith and just says, Ashton, you've been on a great run recently. The crowd seem to love you. All 25 of them. So I think let's continue this streak if you can. And you will be having to prove yourself against James Castle. James Castle comes out after having a pretty decent match given the circumstances, and Ashton Smith comes out on top again. So in a bout that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Ashton Smith catches James Castle with the dive catch at GTS. I wonder how that move would work if he's facing a big boy, but nonetheless he gets the win. Both of them decent numbers, 51-43. That's a superb match. 52, probably our second highest match of the series, and both of them have involved good old Ashton. But yeah, that finishes our show this time. The show result didn't result in any popularity changes. What? So 49. I think that's our joint highest rated show. I don't understand this game. We're just gonna have to keep plugging on. Maybe it's like a increase. I don't know. Either way, let's just keep the ball rolling. Obviously I'm not going to make this episode crazy long, so I'll keep checking how long each recording is, but let's just keep the ball rolling, and then we can do a end of whatever. Let's get to end of September maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Okay, we are in September now. Yeah, time flies when you're just trying to get popularity. And yeah, we've got some good news. Actually, we've got 2 pieces of good news. The first good news, which you can see on screen now, is through our hiring of Laura James and Mike Bird, they have become a couple. They've started dating. So Laura James here, 30-year-old, quite pretty, is dating him, Mike Bird. Yeah, so it all works out in the end, I guess. We've created a lovely couple, and hopefully they get married too, because maybe me, William Regal, can officiate their wedding. The other good news is we made a profit last month of $48. Also in July, by just running the one show, we made a $389. So we're making money now, providing we only use people in the Midlands or the Southern region. But the only problem with that is obviously I've hired some people from Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern England, and they're starting to get annoyed. So minor morale. Why is Morgan Webster upset? Left off of LLW Live Lariat League. Okay, so he's annoyed at being left off those three, but he was on the last one, wasn't he? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so this isn't good, because some of these people are people, you know, I would want to use, especially Grado, for example. So I might have to throw Grado in a show soon, because, you know, he's got the pop and everything. He's huge in Scotland, so when we do expand eventually, we can use him over there. But yeah, we'll have to be careful with this. Although some of these people were just to pad out the roster, so I could just end their contracts and then just hire someone better when we get better. But yeah, we're currently 49th in the world, which I think is last. Let's just quickly check that as well in order of... We are not the worst. We've jumped above Wrestle Rampage, an Australian wrestling promotion somehow. They're tiny though, whereas we are insignificant. We got £752, which is nice. Yeah, we're beating Wrestle Rampage, so we're not the worst company in the world now. We are a bigger company. Whoa-hey. But yeah, anyways, let's dive straight into the next show. Okay, here we are for LLW Live. We have got Laura James, the recently started dating Mike Bird. Laura James in a match against Shakara, who is probably on paper our best female wrestler, and she proves that by getting the win with the Widow's Peak in a 29 rated match. Again, match was too short, 18 minutes. Like, what do we want? I'm assuming it has to be 20 minutes plus, which just isn't possible for our women at the moment. And yeah, we might have to review the product soon. Oh, I said I will, so we'll do that later on. But I think I want to get to Tiny first, because I think when we're at Tiny, we can get some kind of deal. I think YouTube will hire us then. So once we get that, then that'll help us grow and we can start adjusting things. But yeah, 29 rated match, cool. It's above the threshold of what, 11, 12. Following this, William Regal, just a fun little segment where he just asked Webster, like, why are you a mod? Mods aren't really around anymore, are they? And Morgan, you know, takes offense to that and uses that anger in his next match. 49, nicer, where he beats Kenny Williams in 15:26. Kenny Williams, we changed his gimmick, didn't we? Here, handle changes, yeah, because he's got a poor gimmick, and this one has come over as very good. Hey, there we go. Will struggle when used as a star or major star. That's fine, I don't care. Apparently he's good at comedy, so he's now a sci-fi geek, because I think he used to use like a Back to the Future gimmick back in day, so he's doing it again. Morgan Webster gets a nice win, 450 splash, 48-43. A little too short, but it needed to be our Still the Show match. And then finally, of course, in the main event, we've got our boy Ashton Smith. Who's he facing this week? Robert Sharp. And in a match that had superb wrestling, because it is Ashton Smith, he defeats Robert Sharp in 20 minutes with the Dive Catch GTS. 50 rated match, decent. Ashton with a 49, Robert with a 40. Can't complain. See how he did. And we've got an increase in popularity. Let's hope that means an actual increase, because 49 I think is our joint highest score from like 4 or 5 shows now. So yeah, let's finish this one and we'll check our popularity. Actually no, we'll do one more show. We'll get to the end of the September and then we'll check our popularity. All right, cool. I'll see you guys there. Okay, and here we are for LLW in London, our September edition. So this is what, the 3rd or 4th LLW in London now? June, July, August, 4th one. Oh, we are steamrolling through this. Back at Stratford Circus again, our new home. We've got less people this month, only a couple, like 2 or 3. Maybe they, couldn't get the time off work or something. But we open with Katie Lees. She is back, our Queen of the Chavs, against Laura James. And in a decent match, Katie Lees gets the win. She defeats Laura James. I think we should probably start giving Laura some wins because her performances are better than everyone else so far. 28 rated match, not good, but it's above our threshold, so that's all we care about. Following this, we've got William Regal. So there's a bit of beef between these two guys, Morgan and Mike. So post-match, Katie Lee's obviously won and she dipped. Laura James is in the ring kind of like, oh, my shoulder hurts. And Morgan Webster's entrance starts. He doesn't wait for no one. But he checks on Laura, just like, oh, you alright, babe? How you doing? You alright, babe? And obviously, Mike Bird, being the lover boy that he is with Laura James, he comes out and he's like, oi, that's my bird you're talking. He's Welsh, isn't it? So he's like, what? Can't do a Welsh accent. I'm not doing it. Yeah, he just says some stuff. So Regal comes out and says, whoa, boys, let's settle your differences in the ring instead. Okay, chip chip. So yeah, Morgan Webster, Mike Bird is our next match. And in a bout that had superb wrestling, apparently, Morgan Webster gets the win. Of course he does, with a 450 splash, getting a 53 rating, which is amazing for the size of company that we are. Segment rating 49, got the crowd hotter. And in our main event, it is, of course, our boy, Ashton Smith. Who's he facing this week? Levi Muir, who has the highest star quality in all of LLW. And then about that had decent reaction from the crowd and great wrestling. Ashton Smith, of course he does, he gets the win where he catches Levi Muir and hits a beautiful GTS. Ashton with a 55, Levi with a 22, and a 46 rating overall. And Ashton's getting better at his gimmick, whatever that gimmick is. So let's finish the show. And we got 47, didn't result in any popularity changes. I hate it when it says that. Really don't like it when it says that. Because it should. It was a 47. But, oh well. Let's end this show and let's get to the end of September. Let's get to the beginning of October. I think we'll end the episode here and just have a look at finances and popularity, etc. This show was probably a little bit more expensive because Mike Bird is based in Wales and Katie Lees is Northern England. So we've had to pay some travel fees here. So yeah, let's dive over there and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, and here we are in October, week 1. The months are just flying by. And let's take a look at just our finances, our popularity. And I think I have made a decision. So I'm going to action it now as well. But let's look at everything else first. So finances, we lost $13 last month. But the month prior, we made 48. And the month prior to that, we made 389 just because we had one show that month. So given that maybe if we didn't use Mike Bird and Katie Lees, we probably would have made profit this month. Ticket sales 1,000, which is really good to be fair, given that we're on very cheap as well. I was contemplating going free, although we might still go free depending on what our pop is saying, because we need to get to 17 to be tiny. So let's see how we're doing. 14. Okay, we've jumped up. 3 numbers in the last 2.5 months. Let's look at the progress. So yeah, so we started at 10 and then 10 and then something happened in August. What were our shows like in August? Show history. No, not this. Where's August? July, August. So these ones in August, 37, 49. Who knows? 49, 47. Okay, so we're averaging around 40, which is good. But yeah, we've gone up to 14. So hopefully that means by the time, I don't know. So if we're looking at our progress, we went up 3 here for some reason. Maybe there'll be another spike. Who knows? So it looks like every month and a half we go up at least a point. So hopefully by the end of December, January will be tiny. That would be good. So yeah, we'll focus on that. But the one thing I wanted to focus on is obviously our money. I know that money doesn't matter too much when you're this small, but at the same time, it stresses me out when we're in the negatives. And people outside of the regions that we have to pay for travel aren't getting used and are just getting annoyed. And if they get annoyed, the performances are going to go down too. And it's just not worth the extra cost for worse performances. Also, our boy Ashton Smith, I noticed this earlier. Since we've signed him, his popularity's gone up by 6. Why couldn't our company popularity go up like this? But yeah, he's killing it right now. So I'm going to go through here, and I think this is how we do it. Yeah. So Southern England, she's good. Scotland, I hate to do this grado, but I'll see you later. Gersinda is Southern English, that's fine. Jack Stark, Southern England, Southern England. Midlands is okay. Southern England, Southern England. Yep. Oh, Katie Lee. I think Katie Lees is probably my favourite person on the roster besides Ashton. So I'm making an exception for Katie. Midlands, she can stay. Levi can stay even though he's crap. I've turned road agent off for Martin Kirby and just had William Regal do it, and there's been no issues. So Martin Kirby, you can go because you're costing a lot. Mike Bird, oh no. We can't break up Mike and Laura, can we? No, because I'm sure if that comes up, yeah, we'll put a huge strain on my relationship with him. You know what, Mike, you can stay just because, you know, you're in love. Paddy can go. That means that Worky's going to go as well. They lasted long. That whole one match. Where were we? Morgan Webster, yep. Southern England, Midlands, Southern, Northern England. I really like Sam Bailey, but sorry, mate, you got to go. Stevie Boy. Oh, Stevie Boy. Oh, I really like Stevie Boy. I don't know why. I'm going to keep hold of Stevie Boy as well. So we've got Stevie Boy, Katie Lees, and Mike Bird are staying. Tom Scarborough referees Midlands. Tucker can do one. Regal is obviously Regal. And she's out for like a year, so we'll just release her anyway, because why not? Oh, excellent decision. Oh, okay. Doesn't like her. Perfect. So that makes Shakara even happier. Very happy. Cool. So this is all of our local talent. I might dip into the pool and get a few more Southern Midlands wrestlers next time or in the next episode. But I think this is the best decision for now. Until we get to Tiny and we can start growing popularity in other places, it's just not worth spending extra money that doesn't really make that much of a difference. So yeah, that's the end of this one, guys. It was a long old episode full of many shows and very little popularity growth, although I don't really know how quickly popularity grows anyway. We're not the worst company in the world. We are the second worst. Yeah, cool. Any advice, please leave it in the comments section. I do usually bulk record a bunch of these episodes, but I imagine in a few episodes time we're still gonna need advice for a local to global. So yeah, pop them down below. Let me know if there's anyone you like. I'm really crushing hard on Ashton Smith right now, so he's gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna try and build this boy up. So let's talk to him. What can we say? Anything worthwhile? No. Career, booking, physical, become even more muscular. No, okay, that's fair enough. All right, yeah, let's end the video looking at our boy Ashton. Thank you very much, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of it, please, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.